Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to my cloudy world this morning. You see my old falling down garage over there? Good morning. I'll turn this around a little bit, but I don't have my stand downstairs yet. Tommy's gone up after it. And it's kind of dark. Good morning, Sherry. Hi, Holly. It's good to see you both. If Tommy doesn't get down here with the stand, I'm going to have to make a run upstairs, and I'll have to put you down. But I had to rig up plug-ins. My phone was at 50%, and I was afraid that wouldn't make it. Hey, Ann. It's a little cloudy here this morning, but oh, it's so nice and cool. It's 70 degrees. We have a slight breeze. Good morning, Carolyn. It's good to see you. And the color will probably go in and out because the clouds are moving over. So it's I've got it fixed. You come on out. Tom got his shirt from Janie yesterday, and oh, girls, he's so excited. And he's all dressed. I'm in my pajamas. He's all set. He's ready to go. He looks so pretty. I'm going to turn this around, let you see a minute. Look at that shirt. There's my Sheriff Tom right there. Okay, now watch the cords when you step down. Watch the cords. There you go. Okay, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this on this charger so I can set it down, or on this stand, and hopefully not hit Bixby. Now, and it's turned down like I have been working. So, and I should be. I've got 2 flocker envelopes ready to do. But I thought I'd do those on a video after a while. And today is our chat day. Oh, thank you, honey. I found those at the flea market. And then on my table here, I have this little tricycle. And I really love it. And the dogs chewed on it a little bit. I had puppies, and they chewed on everything inside. It's a wonder they didn't chew it to pieces. And so anyway, now I'll get this where Tom can be in the screen just a little bit. And we'll talk. Good morning, Bootsy. Good morning, Joey. I may have to lean in once in a while to be able to see it. I just come out in my pajamas this morning. We just got out of bed and took our medicine and come out. We are expecting some rain. They're talking about some showers today, but nothing serious, I don't think. They said there might be some scattered strong storms, but it's just a beautiful morning. I love this cool morning air, and you can tell that fall is close. And yes, I said on those posts, come as you are, girls. I'm going to be, I'm just, this is who I am. I wear my pajamas 3/4 of the times, and, and I'm covered. I don't wear anything, I'm way past that. It's comfy all the way for me. It is comfy all the way for me, and I love this t-shirt stuff to sleep in. Yeah, you can tell it's starting to. We're getting cooler mornings, cooler nights, and that's a signal to the trees to start turning. They haven't yet, but I've got a few that's got a little bit of color on them.
One big one fell right there and I had to put it over there.
Yeah, I know. We had a big limb come down with the last rain, but it hung there dry forever. And, when it got water soaked, then it came down. But, and these old oaks and stuff that I've got here, um, they lose their limbs all the time. They're just big old trees. What? Okay, I missed that. Hi, Cheryl. The wind is blowing here a little bit, so I don't know how long we'll be able to stay out here, but it's because it does kind of rain in on this porch, but it's good. Hi, Marina. How are you, honey? I was there goes my son. My baby driving by. Okay, honey, we'll come out in the fall and we'll come out in the winter. I'll wrap up and come out and bring a blanket out and set. I've done that a lot. So I just have to have my outdoor time. And so I'll come and show you our winter and fall, and it's just right now is my time of year. This is the prettiest time. The grass is still green, but the temperature's cooling. Oh, mercy, Marina, that's not good. I hope you feel better soon. I'll try to show you my big tree here and the size. It is a. Can you see my tree there? Could you see the size of it? It's a huge tree. Yeah, and I have three that size, and then I have two hickories or three hickories that are just almost as big. I have. I wish you could have seen my mimosa in bloom. I should have been doing this when it was in bloom because it was absolutely lovely. And they're spreading, and I'm letting them because I have always wanted to have more of them, and my husband would mow them off. And but I like the trees. I don't care if it would close me in away from the road. It would just tickle me to death. I'd just be back here in my woods by myself. Mimosas are absolutely gorgeous. Yes, they are, Judy. They're just, and I have three on my pond bank now, which I wanted because they feed the fish, and I've got tried to put fish in there, and I had trouble with that, getting them in there because the mimosa is always full of insects, worms and inchworms and the bees and everything loves the mimosa. Yes, yes. It's they're just and they're such a beautiful pink, and they just Tom, those ants are still a running out here. This porch is covered with ants. It's not
Yes,
really.
I don't know what we usually do them off with.
Well, you know what? We have some taro in there, and you need to bring it out, and it'll kill them.
Some taro, Mama.
I know. I got to thinking about my son. I've got those things crawling on my legs. I've got my feet propped up now. Um,
Bring the taro out.
oh
Mama.
my gosh, it went till 3 a.m. Woohoo! I just couldn't stay awake any longer. I had to leave it.
Mom,
Good
bring the terror.
morning, Janet. Good. It's good to see you. I'm having to lean forward to see the chat because I'm still on the phone. Hopefully, one of these days I won't be, but I am.
Mama, bring the tarot
I've got
out,
Judy's gift to me. Yeah, go find the tarot. It's in the cabinet in there by the brooms, and we'll put them where they're crawling, somewhere besides under our feet. And watch the cord. Watch the cord. Watch the cord. I just couldn't handle it. I just couldn't stay up with her. And man, that stuff went high. I was so proud for her. You know, she had a wonderful auction. From what I seen, it may have gone down after a while, but from what I seen, she was having, yes, another Sunday on the porch. Hi, Elaine. How are you? Carla, hello, honey. I seen you liking them posts. As soon as I was posting them, you were behind me liking. Bless your heart. It tickled me to death. Oh, wow. You were sick. You were sick. Well, I went to Di's because I just love watching her, and Elizabeth Brewer is usually on with her. And Elizabeth was making a journal last night. My gosh, girls, wait till you see her journal and how she did it. She took sheetrock tape. Yeah, and then she came back to finish her journal.
Mama, what you say the tarot
She
was,
took
Mom?
sheetrock tape and put it over a macaroni box
Mom, what did you say the tarot was, Mama?
by the brooms and stuff.
By the brooms and stuff?
It should be. And then she took silver aluminum tape that they use on ducking, on heating and air ducting. And okay, Marina. And she put that. She built a star on it, and she built a book plate on the spine, and then she put that tape and stuff over everything. And drywall tape has little holes in it, so the drywall mud can adhere to the wall. And she sat and worked out every one of those little holes and was making a steampunk journal, and it was amazing. It was amazing. Bootsy's in Rome, or is Rome her husband? Or his husband. Yes, Judy, wasn't that amazing? I want to do that. I said, can I steal it? She has some amazing she has an amazing crafty mind. Yes, she can. Just got your luggage. So they're going on vacation. Wow. I don't even know what a vacation is. I do too, but it's been a while. That's so cool. You make sure and vlog it, so we can see all the things you see. Yes. Well, I hope he does, and I hope you all have a fantastic time. Good morning, Connie. Come and join us. Now, girls, when I sit on the front porch, I smoke, so I hope that you do not mind. I may put these as, I don't like to smoke on camera, But the way I've got this set, it may show up. And I've not had my morning cigarette yet, and I'm having my first cup of morning coffee. So I hope it doesn't bother you. And I'll just turn it just a little bit so maybe I can get out of the camera once in a while. Then you won't have to see me take a drag. Well, I just don't like to do it on camera. I don't think it looks good. I don't think it's becoming to me to smoke in front of anybody, but I do. And, I know I shouldn't be. I know what kind of shape I'm in. But it's the one thing I haven't been able to give up. I've given up a lot of food. I've given up a lot of stuff that I can't, you know. Yes, I hope he has a great time. Hey, Grazi, get in the mood. You're in the mode now. That's so exciting. Yeah, I've just give up so much in my life. I give up a lifetime. I really have. To take care of people, to be strong and do all that stuff. And now, don't get me wrong, because I would do it again. I would do it again. Oh, that's wonderful, Judy. I can't vape. I cannot vape. I thought about doing that, but the doctor told me no, 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 no. He said it's worse than smoking. He said your body is used to the smoking, and that's one of the things. But he said the vapor puts water in your lungs, and he said it will set you off in pneumonia really quick. So, he's offered to give me Chantix. There's a history of it's got too many side effects. It has worked for a lot of people. But it can also cause hallucinations, seizures. It can cause a lot of side effects that I just don't want no part of. I can't have that kind of thing in my system and take care of Tom. So I didn't take it. I was afraid of it. The patches worked for me, but my health care will not pay for the patches, and they're too expensive. So, yeah, well, the first time I quit, I did it cold turkey. I just said, I'm not smoking anymore, and I put them away. And I had a full carton, and I put them away, but I hit the moons. I believe in the moon signs. I believe in hitting the right sign to 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 do that kind of stuff. It's my granddaughter, and she was here yesterday. That was my next to the youngest granddaughter, and she has two babies. And she was here yesterday, and she said, I told her we were doing Sunday morning chats on the porch, and she said, well, I just may have to come and join you. And I said, I wish you would. So wouldn't that be nice? You could meet another one of my granddaughters. Yeah, yeah. I just, it's what I do. And it's the only vice I have left. I really don't drink. I don't do anything like that. And I just sit here. Uh, yeah, they had that's going to get to be a problem. That's going to get to be a problem a lot. So, no, honey, that was my daughter-in-law, and she had that completely packed with every book she had for her course in teaching. And she is going for her master's now in teaching, and she works at the Ozarks Technical College, and she has gone for children, uh, young children, is what she's what she wants to be in. And she's such a lovely girl. She is such a lovely girl. And she's camera shy. Hi, Susan. She is a sweetheart from the time that her and Clint started dating, and that was before his divorce. But he
This
was.
stuff here more.
That's it, Tom. You found it.
The liquid ant bait.
Yes, the ant bait. We're going to move these ants just a little bit off this porch, girls. I mean, it is covered. So I'm going to set these taros down here. And if y'all haven't used this is the best ant stuff in the world. I don't have them in the house anymore from just using this. But boy, they like to run me over when I first started it. And Tommy, I don't know if I can open that without a pair of scissors. We'll try. Because I don't think it'll twist off. It breaks open. There we go. That worked. Okay, now I'm going to get up and set these down here and get these back off the... I may have to spread a little line. Come on. Come and get them. All right, that ought to get one of them. Where's the line coming from, Tom? Which direction?
So there's some over here by my foot and all.
Yeah, I know. They're everywhere. Hang on, girls. I'll be right back. I'm just setting my stuff down. I think
Come on.
I have to find their run. It's right here. All right, we'll put this in right here and drop a little out, and they'll get too bad, and then they'll start disappearing.
Right here, some right here.
They'll come over here to this in just a minute, Tom. It'll take a minute. Okay, got that done. Now maybe I can get them off my feet. These are not really, not all of them are sweet eating ants out here, but I've hung my hummingbird feeders up here, and they have literally just took them over, and I quit feeding. I quit feeding because of the ants. And I love my hummingbird feeders where I can watch them. I've had them set on my shoulders, land on my hands. Oh, I love it. Now, Tommy, be careful of that cord. What's that, honey? Here, let's move that over just a little bit more so you can have some foot room there. Watch that cord. Don't step over it. I know. I know, Carla, I know. I know. Oh, well, these ants, they'll nip you, but they don't leave a spot. They're not like fire ants. And, yeah, I've looked at those, but I've not been able to afford to buy them. I would love to. I usually grease the tops of my string, and I use a shower curtain hook. And he does, but he has to have decaffeinated coffee, and I'm out. So he's just kind of out this morning. So I put Vaseline on them, and that will stop them for a while. But on the filigree on my porch, I have like Victorian trim, and on the filigree, I just hang my shower hooks over the edge of it, and that's the way I hang all my stuff, and it works real well. Carla's saying, "Good morning, Sheriff Tom. Did you see that shirt? I want you to look." Show them the words. It says, duty, honor, community, and I've got to ask Janie because that went to the Republic Police Department and then came to Tom. And I was wondering if she ordered it that way. Doesn't he look good in it? He's proud of it. Look at him just lay there, just sit there, stone still, so you can look at it. It's awesome. He's even got a smile. They're saying that's a cool shirt, Tom. Coolest shirt for handsome Tom. he uh, he was mad yesterday. He come home from Walmart and hadn't found a thing when he went to Walmart. Every shirt he found was that he wanted was too little for him. And my granddaughter said he got really mad. Okay, honey, I understand. Tom always looks a little sleepy in the morning, and be blessed with it, Susan. Be blessed. I miss my church. I miss going to church. But there's been a little shake up in the church, and I don't want to go down and get in it. So I'm just sitting back and you know, girls, it doesn't matter where you are in life. There's drama somewhere, and I go to a little church, and that it makes it bad because when they shake up real hard, and that's hard. That hurts. So right now, this is kind of my Sunday morning church, and just to be out here with you girls and talk and reminisce. And on this one, on this Sunday morning church, I don't care, or Sunday morning chat, I don't care if we talk religion. I don't care. I don't have any problem with that. These are for us. This is our time. Whether you believe or you don't believe, whether you go or you don't go, I think we all know that there is something magical in this universe. And I'm going to say it like this. There's something magical in this universe that you can send out good vibrations and good thoughts and for healing and love and caring, and they are felt. And I think that's undeniable. We've seen too much of it. We've seen too much of it. It's so whatever you call it, there is something that is magical about it. It's just awesome, to me that you can send out, our prayers. Uh, our prayers for Farley, Melissa's best friend or good friend, did not keep him alive, but they sustained a family. Melissa, Sanjay, they touched so many people that regardless of whether he stayed with us or not, and I don't want to hurt anybody with this, there was healing in those prayers, or those thoughts, or those offerings of healing and whatever we sent. There was an abundance of it. And reaching out and touching someone and saying I love you is a prayer to me. That's a prayer to me. God hears our very thoughts. Okay, Jude. I love you, girly. You're an awesome woman, honey. Yeah. You know, you gotta and my church has been, it's been around. It's an old church. It's been around for 200 years and it's not going to go anywhere. Even with this, it's not going to go anywhere. It's a strong little church and it will survive. It may go down for a little while. There might just be 5 people going for a little while, but it will come back. And I know that. You know, you're, well, I'm just going to get into this right here and then I'm going to stop because we're getting too heavy into religion. And I don't mind talking about religion, but our beliefs and how things work. But the Bible says where three join together in my name, so therefore am I. And so that's what I believe. Where three people are joined together in good thoughts and goodness going out into the world, and that's why I say, let your light shine, girls. Let your light shine. And I'm letting my shine, and all the drama and all this stuff that I've had and all this stuff, it's I'm going to shine it away. I want to shine it away. I want my light to shine, and you all to know me from my light. And if you don't, if you can't see it, then I'm not the person for you to be in the chat with. I'm not I'm not here to showcase or to be something special. I am just a 65 hillbilly woman who has sat and been through life, and I mean some life struggles. And if I can share with you some of what I learned, I feel like I'm letting my light shine. If I can give you one ounce of inspiration, I feel like I'm letting my light shine. And for you girls to come into my chat, you shine on me. You shine on me. Yes, Bootsy, enjoy that adventure. I'm serious. Take pictures. I want to see. I want to see. I'll travel through you, honey. Well, I really believe that it is something that we all do and we all can do. If you sit behind a cloud, you're not going to shine. And I don't like the clouds over me. I mean, I like a good rain, but hey, don't stay. Don't stay. I want some sunshine. And and I mean that literally in my life. I don't want the clouds. And I guess everybody's seen, I don't know if everybody has seen, but I did announce that I had left some groups, and I left some that I know that you all hold dear, and that's okay. I'm not trying to sway you away from anybody, but I had to leave because my light was not shining, and my light was almost extinguished by some of these people, and I cannot have it. I will not have it. I've lived in through so much trauma and drama and stuff with illness and that kind of thing that I just will not have it in my life. So it has nothing to do with their group. It has nothing to do with anybody in their group. But I was also overrun with groups that I never even opened up, groups that I never went into, groups that I never worked in, groups that I never did a swap in, groups that I had never done anything with. And I thought, I just don't need to be in all these groups if I'm not going to be a part of that community. Having your name on the list does not make you a part of it. Yeah, there's just so many of them. And not only did I leave some, but I joined some because I joined some where I thought I could learn something. where I was going to gain something from it. Um, I joined Aristi's group because I think she is absolutely amazing in what she does, and she has been here a long time teaching it, and so I figured I could get some good experience there, and I joined Tracy Fox's because she is an amazing crafter, and and there's a lot of people in her group from the UK that I have not seen, and I clicked on one of them this morning, and girls, this one woman only had 400 subbies, and she was already selling journals. I want to see. I want to see why. I want to see how. I want to know how. You know. So I want to. I want to have that confidence. Of course, I know she sold on Etsy, and I may have to do that. I may have to set up an Etsy account in order to do it. But it's. Hey, Kansas. Good morning. Is it raining over you, honey? We're pretty cloudy here today. Yeah, I seen that front was coming in across there, Kansas and Oklahoma, that it was going to be, could be pretty bad. But then they played out a lot of times before they got this way too. So, Carol just showed up at a bad time. About what, honey? Is she? Did I make her? Have I said something bad? Yeah, I know it was. It looked like it was going to form pretty big last night. Cheryl, honey, talk to me. Cheryl, talk to me, darling. Talk to me. With all the drama, yes, it has been bad. It has been bad. It has been bad, and it's hurt a lot of people. It's hurt a lot of people. Not just me. It's hurt a lot of people, and I know that. And uh, did she leave? Has she left? I was not really trying to talk about the drama. I was trying to talk about leaving the trauma and leaving it behind. Uh, I just want to leave it behind, and that's what I was talking about. It's time to come out of the clouds and just be a like I said, a shining beacon of crafting. We're in a crafting community. We should be having fun and happiness and love. No, Cheryl, it is not you. It has never been you, honey. It has never been about you, baby. Don't you think it has? You've done nothing ever to bring a cloud to my channel. Ever. Never, never, never. So don't feel like it's you. This is completely opposite. This is about some other channels and other people, and so no, it has never been about anybody on my channel. It's been more about channels, other channels, uh, heads. Let's just put it that way. Because I don't want to name names. I'm not going to name names. I'm not going to stoop to that. I'm not going to do that. So, yeah, it has been really weird, and the thing of it is, uh, I know, you can feel it. The thing of it is that I'm not going to waller in it. I'm not going to waller in it. I just had made up my mind, and that's one of the reasons why I left some groups and done some things, and I'm actually kind of thinking about starting my own. Um, what I want though is I want a group. I don't do mixed mass media. I don't do that. I just don't do that. That's not my thing. Absolutely not. That's what I'm saying. It's about nobody that has been a part of my chat or a part of my channel at any point except some of the heads of other channels have created a problem and they've allowed it to go on. Okay? That's where I said I draw the line. It doesn't have to go on. We don't have to go on with this, and I don't want to today. This should be a fun day. But I'm thinking about starting a group, and what I want is a group that you all can come into. I ask a lot of questions about what I do. A lot of questions. When I'm working and I'm crafting, I ask a lot of questions about, do you like this? Which one do you think would look the best? I want a group where people can post pictures, ask suggestions, be able to take some suggestions without being mad. No drama. No drama. Whatever you do, your art is beautiful, and so are you. I do want to do some swaps. But I don't want it to be a mandatory thing. I don't want it to be a big thing. I don't want it to be you have to have it done by this time or this certain date. You can't always make those dates. And then I want a learning channel. I do want a learning channel. I want to learn from you all, and I want to learn for me to be able to teach some too. And in a lot of these channels, I don't feel like I can do that. So that's the kind of channel that I am talking about. And if you guys find a video that you love, that is awesome, that it just was the right thing at the right time for you, and you think it might be for somebody else, I want it shared. Share that video. If you make a mistake and you love what happened when you made that mistake, I want you to say, girls, look what I did, and I made a mistake to do it. We don't have, it's like I said the other day when I made the mistakes on those envelopes, we don't have to accept that a mistake is wrong. We have been told that all our life. You make a mistake and you will be punished for it. Well, this crafting is not like that. You make a mistake in crafting, you figure out how to fix it. And if you can't fix it, then shoot, girls, you throw it away and you start all over. So what's the big deal? We don't have to do that. And so I have been thinking about that, and I can't participate in so many groups if I'm going to have one. Oh, Elaine, honey, I understand. You have a good night's rest, and we'll see you tomorrow sometime. Okay, I missed what, wait a minute, I gotta go back down and see what Gail said. Good morning, Gail. You should, okay, but we are our biggest critics. We are our biggest critics. And now I'm going to put this down because I seen Lainey had come in. And, yeah, well, the crap has just been awful. So, Lainey, forget it. Just forget it. Just go to another channel and watch another channel for a while. Don't listen to it. That's what I've been doing. And you know what? I have found new people, and they're subscribing, and I'm subscribing them, and I'm learning new things because I just walked away from the drama. I just said, hey, this is a big world out here, and I don't have to watch that. And just find some different channels to watch and be, enjoy it. It is high school all over again, and it is crazy. And like I said, I'm too old for it. But I can tell you that there was some that I heard that I was called a certain name. And I'm going to tell you, girls, I have never been called a name in my life like that. And I will never, ever put up with it. So, that's part of my problem. I have struggled with this and struggled with this. And here's the deal. I know who I am. I know what I'm walking away. I don't have to hear it. I don't have to listen to it. And I can play in other areas. I can play in the other areas. And Holly, you're awesome. You're awesome. And being in a group is not really playing in, yes, it is playing in other groups. And you learn a lot in groups. You do. You can learn a lot in groups. But not in anything where the thumb is so tight on it that you can't do something. Okay? That's the way I felt about some of them. There are some of them that I was in, and I'm not going to tell you which ones they are. Some of them I've been since the very beginning. But it's just like that the person that was running it had a grip on you, and you better not do this, and you better not do that, and you better not do this, because I don't allow it. Well, okay. That's all right. There's only one thing that I would not allow, and it was the same. Oh my gosh, girls, the crane just flew over my head and has settled at the pond. It was absolutely amazing. Come so close. I have just said, okay, I'm just going to walk away. I'm just going to walk away. I am too old to fight a battle. I don't want to. I'm not trying to start one. I figured there would be some fallout this morning, and all I had was positive comments, because I think a lot of people are feeling the same way. And Stacy hit the nail on the head. It shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen in a chat. It shouldn't happen in it. And if it does, it should be kiboshed. It should be, talking bad about somebody or talking about somebody should just be kiboshed. We're adults. We're adults. We're not children. And if there's children in there, we shouldn't be acting like that. And there might be children in there. Oh, the sound of the car. I think that you probably should, but I think that they automatically do. And yes, Emma, come on in. Come to the porch. We're just talking about everything. And I'm done talking about drama. Like I said, I just walked away from it. And I made my final walk yesterday when I did take down some of those. And when I posted the announcement this morning, I'm just done with it. My light has got to shine. And right now it's a cloudy day. But girls, this light will shine through the clouds. Your light can shine through any dark cloud. If you see it happening, speak up and then say, I'm out of here. If enough people walk away from it, it will stop. It will stop. Because if enough people leave the stream, they have nobody to talk to. And you just think about that. If the people who won't listen to it, the only people they've got to talk to are the people that are griping. And that's not going to be fun. What's the fun about it if you don't have an audience? So, I am not going to be lost in it. I'm not going to be lost. I'm not going to be tied up in it. I'm not going to deal with it anymore. I'm not going to worry about it anymore. I am moving on, and I've got plans, and I've got things I want to do, and I want to start selling. And here is one of the things: I want you all to be able to sell on my channel. If you have something that you want to sell or you're posting for sale, I want you to be able to put it on it. If you have a video up, if you put a new video up, or if you have videos up, I want you to post that you have videos. I want this to be an informational channel, not so much a group channel doing group activities, as an informational channel that everybody can look into and see different things. Maybe you don't go on YouTube, but I think it would be great if we started doing some more live streams on Facebook. I think he's just because I'm talking so much. But I got to show you his new shirt. We're waiting for Janie to come in. That's the shirt she got him. Tommy, put your arm down so they can see all of it. See that badge on the side? That is actually a police t-shirt. And I think, I really think that may have come from the police department in Republic. And because it went to an address in Republic, and I'm just pretty sure that that's the address of the police department. So it's awesome, and it fits him so good. Okay, I've missed so much of the chat. Okay, what do you feel the same way about? Sell your okay. Sell your stuff. Yes. Yes, Judy, I do know. And that made me believe in myself and in what I'm doing. And yeah, I figured Jane was probably asleep because I knew she had to work with. But it'll be up. The video will be up, and she will be able to see him. But he needs to smile and say thank you, Janie. Say thank you for my new shirt, Janie.
Thank you for my new shirt.
So she'll know you liked it because he is so proud of it. When he opened that, I said, stick your hands in this bag and see what you've got. And he pulled that shirt out, and he said, it's a sheriff shirt. And I said, I know, and it was sent to Sheriff Tom Forrester. That was a severe weather threat this afternoon. It's not here yet, but it's going to get here. You know I love you, Holly. And please, don't leave because we talked about this. I want to talk about something else. Somebody tell me what else is going on with them. Got any new babies? Have we got any new stuff ready to sell? Or are you thinking about doing a channel? Oh, Holly, honey, are you so upset? Are you that upset over this? I know, Kim Marie, it was awesome. I loved your book. And Judy's going to be a great grandmother again. Yay. Oh, okay, Holly. Holly, honey, I love you. And yes, it's upsetting. It is. Yes, it would. Yes, it would. He's the badge she got him will almost fit completely over this badge, and I think that would be cool, because they normally don't wear their badges up there. They wear them on their belts anymore. So I think it would look cool. And Oh, honey, get to feeling better soon. What I miss about Manny, congratulations on what, Manny? And you're going to be a grandma again in October. Holly, that's cool. And Manny, what did I miss about you? Oh, where is it? Okay, you're going to have to repeat it because I missed it. I missed it. Are you going to be a grandma? Are you going to be, or what, honey? I missed it. You got a wedding coming up? Oh, amazing, Manny. Amazing. Hallelujah. I'm so proud for you. I'm so proud. That is awesome. I'm at 469. So I'm about to hit 500 and I'm going to be so thrilled when I do. It's going to be, I'm going to just be jumping up and down. So I can imagine what it feel like at 1500. That is so awesome. And I'm so glad to be a part of it in a little way. And I went on this morning, and like I said, I was on this tutorial, and I liked it so well. I started going down her list of comments and checking some others out, and you wouldn't believe the things that I found that I had never seen. The channels I found that I had never seen, and I just went to subscribing like crazy because I want to see something new all the time. I want to see those new ideas. I don't know if I've ever had an original idea. I'm sure I have. So, but I don't feel like I have. Like the paper twists, those are kind of my original ideal to have to make things out of them. And somebody's probably done it before. But at that time, it was my original idea. Uh, yes, Gail. Yes. you know, Making a video, I think, is harder than live streaming. Hi, Susan. Welcome to my porch, honey. Come on in and join the conversation. I'm not seeing. Well, it would help if I put my glasses on. Oh my gosh, yes, it does. Don't start what, honey? Don't start what? Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Look, I was just going to say that the hardest thing that I've ever done is a video. I'm telling you that sitting there and trying to talk about what I was doing with absolutely no interfacing, I was, I don't know, it just felt odd. They are challenging because the minute you make a mistake, you want to go back and say, oh, okay, I'm not going to let this stand. If I make a mistake on the live stream, I just have to own up to it. Hey, that was wrong. What can I do to fix it? And actually, it has taught me more about crafting on live stream than it ever did. You do feel like you're talking to yourself, and it just seems a little weird. I didn't put any of that on mine. I live stream right through. I hit the record button instead of the live stream button, and I just went right through it, and there is no editing. All the pictures come up, and you can, but I thought, let them see them. I don't care if the mistakes are in there. The only thing I would delete, I think, if I was to sit there and say, You know, that would not make a good video. Hmm. Now what do I do? That honestly, the first time I pushed the go live button, I was scared to death. I was scared to death. I was actually shaking. And after you girls started coming on and the conversation started, I was just like, okay, I'm just having a conversation with these women. That's all there is to it, you know, and they were responding back to me. And that's what relaxed me. I answer myself all the time. You know what I say about it? I'm having a great conversation with an intelligent woman. Whether I am or not, nobody else is going to hear that. You know, that's a good comeback with it. Okay, that's the fourth time I've lit this one cigarette. Because I keep letting it go out by talking. Yeah, you know, you just say, "Hey, I'm having an intelligent conversation with you know, an intelligent person." If I talk to myself, I can talk myself through a lot of mistakes. When I'm baking a cake or when I'm making things, I have to talk to myself about, okay, now this I have to do next. Because if I don't, I'll guarantee you that I will forget it. So, and sometimes I start to, and I'll say, no, Mary, you got to do this first. You know, you got to do this. Tell me, your ants are not coming to your pile of stuff. I don't even think they're coming to mine. They're walking around it. I'm telling you, these ants, they're just on the run. They're going right there underneath the house. We might need to put it there. But anyway, I'm telling you, I'm loving this setting out here, and just it's just a perfect 70 degrees. No, honey, he can't see them well enough. But this doctor we went to had the only one we've ever gone to that fitted him for prisms in his eyes. And his vision was so bad in one eye that she got it down to 40 and was pleased. So he's going to be 20/40 when he gets his glasses. And she said with the prisms, she said we can step that up every year, one mark. And she said, and bring that eye into alignment where we can get him to maybe 20/30 or, you know, something like that. And which that's my eyes were 20/30. So, you know, that she just put me in. She said, "Do you want long distance glasses?" And she said, "You're just on the borderline." And I said, "No, I don't. Just give me readers that I can see out of that are right for my eyes." Okay. Okay. Oh, now don't come up like that. I missed what was said. I'm poking. I'm poking. I got to get my chat up. Yeah, True, true, Manny, true. What you take to your whatever you do with what they've done. I have never done any project. I give credit to them that I've never done any project that looked like theirs did. None. None. And girls, I'm going to be a tester for Tracy Fox. I have to buy the Tracy Fox digital kits, but I'm going to do it. I wondered about it because it coming. You have to download so much stuff and have so much ink and do all that kind of stuff. But I'm going to do them because her her look is completely different than mine, and I'm going to shabby these up. I do too. I do too. But she doesn't do shabby. She's done a little bit of shabby chic, but she really does not do shabby chic. Mine will be more shabby chic. They always are. So I'm going to do it because maybe somebody will see her digitals and think about them in a different light. And that's what I was thinking. Maybe I can show someone that you can take those digitals and you can make them shabby. And there may be people that are already doing it, but I have not seen them. So, I don't want to do over the top shabby chic. I don't want to go over the top with lace. I don't, because her digitals are not that kind of digitals. Most of them. But I can make them more frilly than what they are. I can make them more feminine than what they are. They may only appeal to a feminine person in that way, where hers can appeal to either or. Some of them are feminine, and I'm not saying they're not. But what I'm saying is that maybe I can make it completely different. And that's what I want to do. And one of the digital kits that I would like to do, and I'm not big on digital kits because that's somebody else's ideas. That's somebody else's visions. And I don't want to use their visions. You know what I mean? I don't want to create what they've already created. But one of them I wanted to do was the poppies. I absolutely love that poppy digital kit. And because I love flowers. And I love red flowers. So, well, I like color. I like the clean line paper with color. I like to put color in my journals. I like to put, the butterfly journal we made was me. That was me. I make shabby chic because there's a big call for it. Good, good, good. I love to hear that, honey. I love to hear that. And welcome. Kira, you are a doll. Yeah, I love the color. I don't know why junk journaling has to be always grunged. I don't understand that, and I'm not a big grunge person. I have never been a big grunge person. I'm a writer. Girls, I love to write. I love to write. I write poetry. I write stories. I love to make up stories, and that's the reason I always have a kind of a backstory in my books, because I have these visions of this book going together. And sometimes it alters, and sometimes it changes. It changes with each page. Sometimes the backstory has to change to accommodate the new stuff. But I don't know why every page has to be grunged. If I have a pink page on there, I don't want to put brown on it. I don't want to put brown on it. If I've got some pretty white lace on there, I don't want to put brown on it. Sometimes I do, if my picture is grungy, sometimes I do. But if it's not, I don't know that I want to do that. Why can't we have something new? And that bright white paper calls to me to write on. It says to me, write on me. Give me your thoughts. Give me your adventures. Give me your sadness. Give me your, tell me your story. And which it always has. Has always been the way I look at a white sheet of paper. So when I grunge them down, I'm kind of like, okay, now see, I've narrowed down my writing area, and I've narrowed down my ability to put my vision in there. And so the colors are the same way, even though they're colorful. If I leave them pretty and clean with just an edge of lace, I'm always like, write on me. And there's been many times that I wanted to write in my own books. I've wanted to write the backstory, of what I have envisioned in the books, and or for the books. And it's hard for me to keep from it. I've missed what Dana's going to do. I am really got you so far over. I'm having trouble seeing that. I know y'all are having a good conversation, so I'm not worried about it. It's Sunday. This is our Sunday on the porch. You all just talk away. That's the way, Karen, that I can create. When I started this Little Treasures 2 with a little girl in the front, and I had nothing but little girls to put in it. Didn't have a single boy. I didn't have anything. I thought, here's a man and a woman who are living in the Victoria era, and they've got 6 little girls. 6 little girls. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the life with 6 little girls? So the one on the front is kind of the middle girl, and that's her. This is her journal. And so, no, honey, I have it. I took it in. I didn't. I was wrestling with it, and one of my friends was here, and they said, let me take it in and have it fixed. So they did. Because he knew he was pretty technical, and he said, there's something there, it's going to take a tech to figure it out. So anyway, so he took it in, and I didn't want to. I just didn't. I was afraid I would mess it up worse. And yeah, well, and that's it. A big family, and and it just goes down the line. It doesn't go completely down the line with the children because of the way I put them in the book. But for each child, I made a personality. There's one that's spoiled. There's one that's the baby, and she's just loved by everybody because she's such a chubby, happy little baby. And then there's the older sister, which has not been put in it. And she is kind of the caretaker of all the other girls because, when you've got that many children, there's one child that takes over taking care of the kids, kind of watching them. That's their job. They were assigned jobs. And there's one girl that I just put in it, and I have made her, I thought of her name as Charlene, and Daddy wanted a boy so bad he calls her Charlie, and she's his tomboy. She follows in his footsteps everywhere he goes. And I've just made this family, and so I'm trying to find an image of a man and woman together in the Victorian age with that could stand in the book, even if they stood by themselves, that these children would be theirs. So I have to have a blonde woman in a dark-headed man, or vice versa, because some of them are real dark-headed and some of them are blonde. Good morning, Sybil. How are you this morning? Welcome to the porch. It's a little cloudy today. But it's beautiful. It's holding perfect at 70 degrees. And Tommy's gone out in the yard and he's picking up sticks. And okay, Tom, that's fine. He got bored of sitting here, so he got ready to do a little something. So he's picking up the sticks. We've got a good crowd on my front porch. I'm going to have to make a little more room. I'm going to have to draw up some more chairs. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That at some point I might just, but I like to illustrate. I like to do that too. So I might just write a book one of these days and see what happens with it. My mother wrote a couple. She wrote, my mama done told me, and then she wrote a book about, and it's both of them are awesome books. And then she wrote to each one of us, she wrote her story of how her and Daddy met, and living on the farm and things. And I treasure them. I treasure them. But I come from I come from a writer family. I really do. So not that they've been published, but they've always written poetry and stories and backgrounds and things like that. And I just enjoy it. And sometimes they're good and sometimes they're not. But there are some of my stories and poetry, if you girls are sub to me, or not sub to me, or part of my Facebook group, that you're welcome to go in and read, because they're in my notes section. So you're welcome to go in and look at them at any time. And I think there's like 6 chapters of my book in there. And like I said, my book kind of went to the romantic side, and I wasn't really ready for it to do that. So I've just stopped on it. I haven't got a Facebook group. Oh, mine, Dana. I don't have one yet. I'm thinking about making one. And I want it to be a free place for artists to post their work, post the channels they love, post their own channels. We might do a little swap or two, but I want it to be an informational channel about things that inspire you. Let it be about what inspires you. I don't want it to be shabby chic. I don't want it to be one type of crafting. I want it to be about things that inspire people. I put a little tag in Tom's book and it says, "You inspire me." That's what I want my channel to be. An inspirational, these things, this is what inspires me. So I'm going to post it to the channel. And maybe it will inspire someone else. Well, I knew you would be, Gail. I knew you would be.
Mama, I said I'm up first, get my glasses pretty quick.
Inspire. That would be a great group. And I don't want it to be necessarily just for journaling, because I do journaling. Heck no. I want it to be for art. I want it to be for art, and we should all consider ourselves artists, because we do create art. Whatever we do, we create art. Yeah. Let's be inspired. Let's see these videos. I don't care if they're watercolor videos, if you paint, for instance. I don't care if they're jelly plate videos. I don't care if they are pours. I don't care if they are oil paintings. Put them up there. If this is someone that you have seen that you just thought, okay, she has inspired me to do this, then put it in the group and let's all be inspired with it. You know, I watch all those things. I don't do them so much, but I watch them and I am always inspired by their creativity.
Mama, am I person to get my glasses pretty quick?
You are. You are. It shouldn't be long at all. I'm always inspired by it. And it sounds like I may have. It sounds like I may have. The thing of it is that I don't really have a lot of time because of my deals with Tom, and sometimes I just don't feel like working it. So this is something that I'd want you girls to work. And I'm not talking about the administrators, I'm talking about you girls. This is something that I would want you to post in. And I would want channels posted if you've got channels. I'm thinking about it. I am thinking about it. I left a lot because I didn't feel like I was a good fit for them. And it wasn't necessarily, things that happened. Oh, my table's on rollers. So, girls, you just got moved a little farther away from me. But I want it to be, inspirational. If you find a tutorial that says, I can do this, then post it to the group. That's what I'm thinking. I don't care what genre of art you're in. Of course, I don't know that I would want pornographic art or something like that. But, no. I don't want it to be X-rated. It's on Facebook, for God's sakes. Anybody can get into it. And thank you, honey. That was an old piece that I'd had forever. That could probably come out, oh, gosh, I guess in the 80s.
Mama, you might be going to get my glasses pretty quick, Mama.
And, yeah, you were moving, honey. I put my feet up to get them out of the ants. And I hit it just right enough to make it roll a little bit. My table is an old treadle sewing machine stand.
Mama, I'm going to get my glasses pretty quick.
Pretty quick. I think so, yeah. We should sometime this week.
Sometime this week.
I think so. And they're awesome. So I'm ready. I know you're ready for them. But anyway, that's kind of what I'm thinking. And I don't know why I've still got you trained on an empty chair. Except that I'm going to have this cigarette because I didn't smoke the last one. I'm too busy talking. And I don't want to have to be the only one. I don't want to be the only one posting. I don't want to be the only one that's finding posts and finding videos and posting them in the group. I want everybody to do it. Oh, good. Carla, you've been without them long enough. Yes, good. Yeah. I just, okay. I will really consider this and I will really think it over hard because I have a sewing group and I have been letting it go. And so I really need to work on my sewing group because people in there do not post. They don't post without me saying, girls, what have you been doing? And then somebody will post. I hope not. Because journaling is not the only art I'm interested in. I love to paint. I have painted before. I love to draw. I love to do the watercolors. I had never done watercolors, and Sybil sent me those pencils, and now I'm liking the watercoloring. I watercolored one of the pictures in the last journal I did for Carhartt. I had a black and white image of Rose, and I watercolored it, and she commented on how pretty it was with the watercolor on there. Now I didn't draw it, but I did watercolor it, and I'm you know, there's so many things out there that the fairy houses that people build, polymer clay. Oh, when they get the clay out, my hands just ache to get in that clay and work. You know, I can feel my hands needing that clay. I think that's the reason why I like to make cakes. I like to decorate cakes because it's something different. And see, and even that is an art form. So if you like to do that and you see someone who does chocolate in an amazing way, or a new cake style that has been created, a new thing, new stencils, new things, you know, is what I'm saying. Inspire us, inspire me. Because you all do. You all do. Every time I see you, what you have done in the groups, and if you don't feel comfortable on YouTube, then try to feel comfortable on the channel to do a Facebook Live on the channel, because it will be available. And I think it would be awesome. I don't like to tea dye. So if you find a way to tea dye that's a lot simpler than dipping that paper and pulling it out and laying it down and dipping the paper and pulling it out and laying it down and baking it in the oven, you know. Now see, that I think that's wrong. If you share a technique, I don't care if it's different than the person who's running it, you're showing maybe a shortcut to the same thing, and she could have learned from it. You know, give me a shortcut. I love them. Give me a different version. I love it. Yeah, I've seen somebody else put them on a griddle, and they had the griddle marks. I don't this is what I'm wanting, is the inspiration that y'all can bring. And yeah, and don't feel you don't have to feel defensive. If you put something up, you know, and we should all go watch whatever is posted, regardless. I mean, you may have to go down a list, but it gives you a channel list that you can go and look at and see if you can find something. It may not be the exact same thing that floats your boat, but there might be people that are subscribed to those people that do what floats your boat, or a whole different list of channels underneath it that will float your boat. Sybil sent me one the other day, and I subbed 3 people off of her suggestion, and I loved it because they were doing things that I had not thought about doing in their journals. Simple things, but I hadn't thought about them. So, you know, if you find that one that you just say, oh my God, why haven't I been doing this? Those are the ones that should go in. You know, it's, yeah. Did you say spray them with the coffee? And I've tried that. I got a lot of dark spots in it though when I did that, and I'm you know, a lot of people are into the dark spots and that kind of stuff, and I'm not really. I like even dyed. If they're dyed, I want mine to be real even. Yeah.
Mama, will I begin?
I love the feel of them. So I like that stuff. Yeah, yeah, I know, honey. Uh, it's, I hope you're not buffering bad. It's not here. I'm not seeing any going in and out or anything. Just had a little plane go by. And they are flying through some clouds. They're flying low. They're under the clouds right now. Because it's cloudy here. Really cloudy.
Well, will I be getting my glasses sometime this week, Mama?
So I haven't done this. It's just been a thought. But we've thought about it in this, and it makes me want to do it because I think it should be inspired art. Inspired art. Oh, Trish, I'm so glad you're here, honey. It gives me a chance to think and just talk about everything and not have to talk about one subject that I'm trying to do a tutorial on or I'm trying to create. It gives me a chance to talk about everything and talk things out. And when I do that, that's when I come up with my best ideas. So, I just heard one of my kids come out the door.
Trailer.
Well, I don't know. I guess we could give it a whirl. Because I would really love to do it. And I don't want it necessarily connected with my channel. I want it to be, I know, I mean, it would be nice to have one connected to my channel, but I don't have enough content in my channel. I do journals. You guys watch me do journals, and you are wonderful to come and watch me do journals. But I do the same thing every time. I mean, I do the same, not the same thing, but I'm doing a journal, or I'm doing something with a journal. And what I'm saying is that I want an art channel. I want one that says, look at this, because sometimes in the other art departments, you can find something that works for my journals, or you can find something that works for whatever you do. Are you leaving, Sybil? Oh, I love you, honey. I know you've got things to do, but I love you and I wish you could stay. And give me your input on it. But like I said, I don't want to be the only one that's working it. And I don't want to be the only one that is in charge of it. I want it to be our channel, not a channel. Good morning, Miss Sunshine. You gonna come in? Look at the ants. Ooh, lots of them. You gonna sit on Uncle Tom's lap?
Baby.
You gonna sit on mine?
Jasper, stop it.
Jasper trying to love you. Here's my girl.
I don't want his hair on me.
And she's got all dressed. She doesn't want his hair on her. And he is still shedding so bad. You'd think he'd be quit. I need to brush him.
But I don't know where's the brush at.
Well, it was on the other store. On the other porch. Look there, they're saying hi, sweetie.
Let me go right back.
They're saying hi. Oh, you'll be right back. Is that Bubba?
No, that is the door shut.
Oh.
Shut.
Is he coming after coffee?
No, Dad is taking a shower.
I need coffee. I'm telling you. So, does that sound...
Can you go inside?
My writings on, honey, or just on my regular Facebook page? Mary Nell Lawrence Forrester. It's a long name. But just look for Mary Nell Forrester and you'll probably find me because I'm the only one in the United States with that name. Yeah, the mug is back. Yeah, but you're welcome to go in and look at them and read them. I don't care. I put them in there. And, well, I think I have it in my Facebook, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I have posted a lot. There are some in there that are called morning news, and it's just thoughts that I'd had in the morning, and
Here's the eggs.
yeah, and
That's the
you know, and it's just kind of my wake up thing. Tell me they are coming to eat this, but they're coming right back this way, so they're in this wall right here. So that's where we up one of my coasters. Thank you. So anyway, I had compiled over 50 or 60 poems, and I had a chance to have them published. And then somehow or another, I lost some of them. Don't you love my mug? My granddaughter got me that, and she was afraid to give it to me because she said she was afraid it'd make me mad. And I just looked at her and said, "Come here, my little pretty." So, I think it's cute. I love it, and it is a good travel mug. And here comes my boy. Having a live on the front porch. You want to join us for a minute? Okay. So anyway, this one did. She wanted to come over and be on live, didn't you? Uh-huh. She started school and she is loving it. And hasn't she gotten brown this summer? I want you to look at the difference in me and her.
And your boobs, like you don't have boo-boos.
I have boo-boos everywhere, don't I?
And what? Let me check out see what is this?
That right there is my vein. That's my vein, and this is where they stuck me. You left that bruise. That's where they took blood the other day. And that we're not going to play with my arms. She loves to play with my arms and flap the whole thing. Yeah, I'm going to have the whole dang family. Good morning.
You doing that Facebook Live?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah, come around and say hi.
You're on the porch.
Stick your head in there and say hi.
Hello.
This is Kenny. It says, "I'm a witch, what's your excuse?" It says, "I'm a witch, what's your excuse?" And like I said, she thought it would make me mad, and I just said, "Come here, my little pretty." Which was, one of my... I thought the scariest line in The Wizard of Oz when I was a child was when she said that. Thank you, honey. I found those at the flea market, and I like bright colors, so I put color
the next one
on all of them. They were rusted.
I
But
find that one, but where's that?
Yeah, I
other
think I
one?
should
I'll
get
find
my
it.
glasses pretty soon, I think.
Yeah.
and
Yeah, I think
Then I've got my little tricycle
pretty
here.
soon.
and I want a basket bicycle so that I can put some flowers in it. But my flowers all
Supposed to
died
get my eyeglasses
this
pretty
morning.
soon.
This summer.
That's what Mom
What is it?
told me, I think.
Yeah.
What is it?
I'm going to get
Or
them
she
pretty
seen
soon, I
something.
think.
Those blackberries never came back like they
No, they didn't. They didn't that last time. We cut our blackberries. We had them. They brush hogged them, and they didn't come back like they normally do. So we may have cut them too many times. I don't know. But I had a few. I had a few out there. Very little. So
Those, see those right over there?
yeah.
The busting. Those.
Well, go pick some of them and bring them over here and tell me what they are, because I'm not seeing what you're seeing. She's going to pick something and bring it to me. Okay, you're going to do what? Roll the windows up, I hope, before it rains.
I'm going to. Lori, I bought 2 packs of cigarettes yesterday. And Lori took both.
These
Uh-oh.
I bought 2 packs of cigarettes.
Yes, blackberries. Pick them.
They're like have little black things.
Pick it. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't pick that one. Don't pick that one. That's my tiger lily. That's my tiger iris. And that's the seeds on them. So if you let it stand there, it'll spread out.
This looks like green.
Yeah,
Oh.
well, don't pull them. Don't pick them. I have one tiger iris.
You got another message.
Blackberry pie is yummy, and yeah. What?
It's got flowers here.
I got flowers way down there.
Right here.
Well, get it and pick it. Yeah, if it's in the grass, you can pick it. Okay, bring it here and let me see. She's found a heart-shaped leaf. Oh, wow. Isn't that pretty? Those are wild violets. That's what those are, is wild violets. I have a yard full of
You got
wild
some
violets,
here and there and there and
clover,
there. You got some parts there
Easter
and
lilies
there.
that come up. They're old fashioned,
You have a lot of
and
the here and
just
here.
here and there,
what are
and
these
the little
things?
the
And
buttercups,
what are these holes are, Gigi? Oh, they're snakes.
and yes, there are snakes.
That's there are 2 big holes over there. That was from my dog. I got one in and away.
Yes, it did. It did. Oh no, we have bigger snakes than garter snakes, honey. This is, I'm in the country,
Gigi,
and we have snakes. We don't, garter snakes they have in town.
Gigi, that's how it's drawn here.
Yeah, that's mustard. That's wild mustard. I know. I know. No panic, everybody. You're safe. You're safe. Yes, that's all wild mustard.
There?
Wild mustard, it'll bloom out yellow here in a little while, and you'll see it is, and then you can chew on it, and it tastes like mustard. She's not listening. I have wild mustard. I have wild onions. I have wild garlic. I tried it, and I'm losing the ability for me to spot some of the herbs that my mother had shown me, and the herbs and the grass and things that we could eat. I know you can eat dandelion, and dandelions are just like spinach. I know you can eat poke, and poke is good if you pick the leaves and cook it, and it's a mild form of a spinach type thing. You can fry the stalks,
Do you see that?
and it's
Gigi?
like fried okra.
Gigi,
So
you see that?
yeah, I do see that.
That
And
is
have you ever fried
from
the stalks,
Ross.
Judy?
That's from a blast. That's from a blast.
Okra, I like okra fried, but I don't like it cooked in other things. But fried, it loses it's not, it doesn't have that slime in it. So I like it fried.
Hey, Gigi.
Yes.
Gigi.
And watercress.
Gigi.
Oh my gosh,
Let me tell you
girls.
something.
Watercress and
Gigi,
fresh
let me tell
picked
you
leaf
something.
lettuce and
Gigi,
bacon
let me tell you
and
something.
some grease.
Gigi.
Gotten, bacon grease really hot. Pour it over it real quick. Wilt it down is the best salad you will ever eat in your life. Wilted lettuce. That's what it's called. Wilted with watercress. And watercress is really good just to eat on sandwiches because it has a kind of a, I don't know that it's a minty flavor, but it's good. It's just good.
You don't.
I love that we can live off nature and that there are things out here that we eat that we ought to know about and cultivate. No, I do not get wild cilantro. I wish I did. That, of course, we used to honeysuckle. We used to suck the honey out of the honeysuckle vines. You pull the flower off and it's got a tube on the back and you can just suck that out and it's just so sweet and it's good.
I love honey.
And willow bark is aspirin.
I love
You
honey.
can dry out willow bark
I love honey.
and willow leaves
Gigi.
and you can use it. It's where aspirin actually came from. And so it is used as an analgesic. Sassafras root, yes. Sassafras root thins your blood. So you have to be careful about the amount that you drink. But it also makes root beer. But you can only use it in a small manner. But that's the reason they quit using sassafras in the root beer is because they found out it would thin the blood. Yeah.
Come on. Let me take this off of you.
Nothing better than a tomato. Go out in the yard with to me, go to the garden, take a salt shaker, pick a fresh tomato, and take a bite out of it and salt that thing and just eat it and the juice just dripping off your chin. There's nothing better. There's nothing better than that fresh ripened tomato. I do too. I do too. You could do the sassafras tea. You just don't want to do it very often. You don't want to do it for a week because it does thin the blood just like taking a blood thinner. So if people use this for years, and that's why they used it. My grandmother used to give us bull nettle tea every summer, and the reason she gave it to us is because of pinworms. And she had, and we, kids get these. I mean, it just happens. They're in the soil. It happens. But anyway. Now we go to the doctor and he gives us one pill and it's probably made out of bull nettle. That's the thing.
Look at my finger.
I don't know if it would do that or not. It would thin the blood, yes. So if you're taking a blood thinner before you try sassafras, talk with your doctor because it will thin the blood. But that's what it was used for. So there's a lot of these old remedies that worked, and it's where our modern medicine come from. And I think we would be better off sometimes if we went back to the original older medicine and not take all of these chemical compounds that they have made synthetic in order to make medicine and make it cheap. And that's exactly what they've done. They took synthetic compounds, and that's the reason I'm a firm believer in the marijuana, because it is not been mixed with the chemical compound. I bet you that the pill that they have come out with has been. I bet it has been.
You see this?
That it has.
This is from
They have gone through it, and they're using chemicals to reproduce it, and then adding a small amount of the THC or or whichever one it is, the CBC or whatever, which one it is that
on
you
my
keep
foot. On my foot.
in it, and now they're calling it medical marijuana, and it is not that you might use a little bit of compound in it, but it's not like
Mama.
the marijuana that you harvest at all. You know, it's just not like it. And then they're suspending it in oils that we don't need. They're suspending it in things that we don't need, so they can bring down all of the different strengths, which is okay as long as it's an organic oil of some kind. But there's some of the oils that I'm not sure should be ingested. Hiya, Sonia. How are you, honey? And yeah, I'm sad that I've let this go, and I have an herbal book, and I need to get it out and refresh myself on the things that we can eat. And I know that Jerusalem artichokes. I don't know if you've ever heard of them, but they are a starchy vegetable similar to a potato.
Potato.
What's a potato?
Yes.
Potatoes is what have you got that on like that for? Honey, I made a horrible mark on your face. They're really good, and they have a tall stalk on them, and I don't know what the leaf looks like. I know I have some. My brother has come out here and dug them before. But you dig the root, and then you can boil the root, and you can mash it. You can bake it. You can do whatever you want to with it. And, these are something that we need to know. Who knows when we're going to get to the point where the food is hard to get.
Did you expose it on his foot?
We should think about that. And we should think about the medicines and how we can use them and what can be used for medicines.
I saw that part before.
It's knowledge we should pass on to the next generation. With the world that we live in today, I think it's something that's well worth passing on.
I saw that part before.
And
I saw that part before.
Trish, are you okay? Okay, what happened to Trish? What happened to Trish?
I don't know.
Okay, girls, tell me what happened to Trish. I know we had a troll, a bad one. Did he talk to her directly? I seen the word come up, and I knew you girls was going to be on it, so I didn't. But did he talk to her directly? Thank you. Because he was ugly. Very ugly, and especially for a Sunday morning. Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, honey. I'm so sorry to hear that. It's such a hard loss. Girls, you can lose your parents, and we all know when our parents get old that they're going to go. We can
Gigi.
but there is something.
Gigi just tickles.
I lived with my
Just
husband
tickles.
for over half of my life. You know, I married him when I was 17. I lived with him a lot longer than I did my folks. He knew
Now
me
that was
better,
stomach.
you know, than my folks did. And losing someone like that is hard. So you have to, you have to give her time. Give her time. Give her time. Grief is an odd thing. I pushed mine back and wanted to just move forward. Just wanted to move forward. Just wanted to move forward. I had to go on. I just had to go on. You know, everybody says, you know, you have to go on. You have to go on. Well, no, you don't. You don't just go on. Because it doesn't go away. You know, it doesn't go away. It gets easier, but it doesn't go away.
Look, that's
And there are so many memories
Yes.
wrapped up
Gigi.
in him after 36
Gigi.
years
Gigi.
that when I talk to, even when I talk to another man, if I've had an experience, he's been in it. You know, how do you talk to somebody
Gigi.
else like that?
Gigi.
You know,
Gigi.
well, yeah, Herb and I used to do that. You know, we
Gigi.
used to do this and that because I done everything with him. He was, he was my
Give
life.
us a Mickey Mouse.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
honey. Okay. Just hug her, love her, and my prayers are with her, honey. My prayers are with her. And but she'll be all right. She's got her memories, and she will be all right.
This.
Hey, Spanky. Good morning. Good morning. We've got Annabelle and me and Tom, and we've even had my grandson in here. Annabelle's daddy. We had the whole dang family for almost. Actually, when my family gets together, we better make a big old spot to sit and get a camera that'll hang down and focus out.
Wait, shit. Wait, you drop a.
I know, we have to hang it up there, don't we?
Yeah.
Oh, did you? Oh, yay. I can't wait to see it. We were just talking about Spanky. Maybe making another group. And I know, everybody's, she says, Sheriff Tom. Yes. I want to make a group called Inspired Art. I don't want it to be about a channel. I don't want really to be about my channel. I want it to be a place where people can post videos that have inspired them or anything like that. You know, a tutorial that inspired them. Make a video, make a Facebook video that has inspired them. Thank you, honey. I take them down in the winter, and then of course I decorate for the fall, and I decorate for almost every season. And I just think it would be nice. I don't want it to be a certain channel's
Gigi, I have to tell you something.
group.
Gigi, I have to tell you
I don't want it to have anything to do really with it one
Gigi.
specific group. Although I love channels like that. I love your channel. But I want it to be just an inspirational place for artists where they can buy, sell, and trade. They would be responsible for anything they put up.
This one is not big.
The group that would not be responsible.
These ones are big.
And but they
This
can
one got any
also,
bigger, and this one
preferably
got
if they sell, they will have a place to sell from, a website or an Etsy place or something like that. But you know, every now and then we get like an abundance of lace, and we want to give out some or whatever. I think that be fine. But yes, all art can inspire us. And so I was just thinking that's what I want the name of it to be, inspired art. Or art inspiration. Or just inspire me. Although I don't want it to be necessarily a religious group. I want it to be for everybody. So I think we should have the art in it. But inspired art is to me, when you find something that you're just aghast about, oh my God, I need to tell somebody about this. Those are the things that inspire other people too. I was saying, Sybil sent me a link to a channel, and I went to it. And in the process of watching hers, I found down the side, are you making fishy lips? I found down the side like 4 channels that I subscribed to because they were doing things I had not seen before. And so that's why I want to call it that, because there's so many out there that we haven't seen, and every now and then we come across something that just amazes us. There's a darn fly over my coffee. That just amazes us, and that's the kind of thing I want posted. And then if you've come up with a new technique to do something, I want that posted. Spanky, your tassel tutorial has inspired so many people to try and make tassels again. I can't believe the amount of tassels I've been seeing people they're doing. You are making fishy lips. There you go. There you go.
They're not fishy lips.
Well, they have. And it's amazing, and I love it. I love it.
With a smiley face, there are eyes.
But if we post that, little tidbit of inspiration, then it can be spread. And that's what I really want to do, is be able to spread the art into, I have 400 people on my channel that do not do art. And I would like to spread it to them. Hi, Misty. Missy, how are you? You heard there was a Mary live on her front porch. Well, there she is. Well, I just don't. Hiya, Sonia, honey. It's still art. And maybe she's seen a stitch that she would like to show somebody.
Gigi, look.
You remember when
Gigi, look right there.
Well, I don't know what they called it, but it looked like a leaf pattern come out, and it come down, and you seen it on the tops. It was like, oh, are you okay, baby? Okay. It was like a border on things, on the crocheting. I just thought that was the most amazing thing I ever seen. And I wasn't on YouTube at that time, but I shared it on my Facebook because I thought it was absolutely amazing. Well, that's because she tried to jump off, and I've got this table here and she was holding on to it. So, yeah, there's so many new things, and there's so many things that we like to do. That's the reason why I called my sewing group Sewing, Crafting, and it was supposed to be for everything, and it turned out to be a quilting group. Now, I love my quilting group, don't get me wrong, but I don't want this to be about any one genre of art. I want it to be about any kind of art, and any kind of tips and things. Pawan is amazing. I would love for him to advertise his channel on this group because he's amazing at drawing. He's maybe not the best teacher I ever have ever seen, and I'm not saying anything against him because he does it in speed. Now he did a tutorial, and I did watch it, and when he slowed it down, it was better to see it that way because, you know, the fast forward videos I can't keep up with. I can't keep up with them. Ian is absolutely an amazing artist. There are so many watercolor artists out there that people have watched. They do watch, and you've done it, Spanky. You've watched them, and I would love, love, love
Gigi, look.
to have those things,
Gigi,
those kind of
there's
things.
another-
Anything that inspires you
Look.
should be posted to the group. And I don't want it to just be my group.
Gigi,
I want it to
there's
be
another
everybody's group.
Puppy footprint.
Well, I think it won't be
Because
long
I don't
till
want to
get
have to
my
be the only one
glasses,
taking care of
baby.
it.
What?
I said it won't be long till I get my glasses.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes you do because
It won't be
it's
long
hard to
till I
keep
get
up
my
with.
glasses.
And so I really would,
Gigi,
Ah.
come look over here.
honey. I can't. I'm doing a live stream. I'm not going to get up and go look what's over there. Is there birds? I got flowers coming on my. Yeah, those are flowers that are fixing to bloom. He will, and he's got kind of a blue metal frame, and it was really pretty on him. A
Shut
deep blue,
Come on.
and I think it'll look real great on him, especially in that new sheriff shirt. That's just awesome. I'm telling you, that Janie, she can come. She is just awesome in her generosity,
Gigi,
and I'm not taking away from anybody else that has given to me, but she is very
Gigi.
awesome in her generosity,
Gigi has
because I know she has
tutorials
touched a
on
lot of
it.
people.
Gigi, I have to tell you something.
Your brain wrote you a note. Okay, I'm going to come back. My brain wrote me a note, packed up suitcase, and left through the letter. Oh, Sonia, cool. See, now I would love to have that posted in this group I'm talking about.
Gigi, I have to tell you
Inspirational
something.
art. Because if somebody knows, okay, Sonia done this and I know her,
Gigi,
I can do this maybe. Let me give it a try. They may not it may not work for them, but they'll at least have tried. Elizabeth, your journal you was making last night is inspired art. That was way cool. And where you come up with that, how you come up with that, is an amazing brain. So you have to put this on a tutorial of some kind
the inside the-
because it is amazing.
it's
And the texture it created and the things, girls, she made one out of sheetrock tape and the foil tape that goes on your duct work in your walls. It is amazing. Amazing. And then she made a star on it and a book plate on it. And it was just, yeah. I was like, oh my gosh, what a cowboy journal that would make. What is cow, man, let alone the steampunk. Have that big star in metal on the front of that, it would just have been awesome. Even if it never went any farther than that. That's inspirational art. You know, when I sit out here and talk to you girls and I look around my farm, I see a lot of things that need to be fixed. I'm not going to tell you I don't. But I also see beauty in nature, and that inspires me. That gives me hope for the future. When you see the cycle of life, it gives me hope for the future, that it will continue. It gives me, when I start to see the colors come out, I see I just see a whole different story. It is. It's still just 70, about 71. And, hi, squirrel. Did I see a squirrel come in? Have you got your coffee? Hey, get that coffee cup. This is Sunday morning. I don't know what. Maybe Mary preaching. I don't know what. I don't know what. Yeah, it's really clouding up here, and looks like the sky has dropped like it does when it's going to come up a little shower, but it doesn't look dark enough to be much.
Gigi.
Yes.
Gigi.
I'll get you, my pretty.
Gigi.
What?
After Mom gets off work, Dad, Peyton, and me can go to the zoo.
Really?
Yeah.
It's supposed to storm this afternoon.
Don't worry. We have the black umbrella.
Okay, I won't worry then. You know what the black umbrella, you have the black umbrella, so you can go to the zoo in the rain? That's pretty cool.
No,
You've got this planned out. Don't knock that off the porch, honey. That's my ant killer. Which I sure put it in the wrong location. Yeah. We've not had any yet. It's sure threatening, but it's not thundering. It's not doing anything. It's just cloudy, and I think I'm hearing a little bit off in the distance, but it's way off from us yet. And I'm going to have to mow. It rained just enough to make me have to mow. And the flies are coming out, so when they start getting sticky, you know the rain's coming a little bit. Like hitting you on the face.
The rain kills flies. And the flies don't.
Now that thing needs to go away. It needs to go away. We have had a good Sunday morning. I have enjoyed this. It's been so great.
We can't do anything at all.
We are, honey. We are going to. You know what you need to do is you need to go in and eat some breakfast.
What are we going to go do, Mama?
I don't know. But you know what? There's some egg waffles in there.
Wait.
So what do you want?
And if you make them, I may say let go my ego.
So what do you want to go do, though?
I don't know yet. It's going to rain. I don't know what we're going to do in the rain. We might get out in the rain and just dance in it.
Go somewhere, do something.
I know you do every day, Tom.
They're two.
I know. I'm still in my pajamas. I just come out. I had just got up when I posted that on Facebook. I'd been up just maybe long enough to make my coffee, and I come and sat down and posted that in 10 minutes we're going to be on the porch. And Tommy got dressed, and I was like, I'm not going to dress. I'm going out in my pajamas. This is my Sunday morning. I'm going to act like it. I did. I slept in. It was good. And I'm loving these Sunday morning chats because we talk about everything, and I love that. And I really think this I'm going to really think hard about the new group. And, but there's lots of things in this world that people do that, I said on there, come casual, come as you are, bring your coffee cup, come to the front porch and let's have coffee. And I meant that. We don't have to. There's times when I like to dress to impress a little bit. Sometimes I feel good to put on some makeup. There's other times when, girls, you're just seeing who I am. This is who I am. It's who I am. Girls and guys. And it's just okay. It's okay because I don't want to be anybody different. I know, I can't believe that. I really cannot believe that. I am just so thrilled that we had. It was Manny, wasn't it Manny that he had 1,500? She said she had 1,500 this morning, and oh my, isn't that wonderful? I am so thrilled when anybody, uh, just those goals. Those are. You shouldn't depend on those numbers to craft. I mean that. So what if you don't have that many? So what? Crafting is crafting, and you should just have fun with it. But when you hit a goal, when you hit a big number like that, a big, the 100 mark or the 200 mark or the 300 mark, they do mean something because they inspire you to do some more. And that's what they've done to me. They inspired me to keep going. You know, well, I'm doing something right. That's what I thought. I must be doing something right. Smile, Tom. They want to see your smile just one time. You're sitting there worrying about going somewhere and you're missing out on the joys of life in this morning, in this moment. So you need to go eat some breakfast, get you something to eat, and then we'll think about what we might do. Don't know what we'll do.
What we might do.
We don't know what we might do. Maybe we'll go see your Uncle Dennis.
Go see Uncle Dennis.
Yeah, we might go see Aunt Joanne. I don't know. We'll talk about it. We'll see what's going to happen, all right? Every morning, he asks, what are we going to do? Why don't you ever want to go anywhere, Mom? That's how he's asking it now. He has come up to the stage in his medicine where he's a little bit angry. And this happens a lot. This happens in a lot of medicines. I know it has happened to me. And he can't get out of that anger stage. Right now, everything angers him. If I say, no, we can't go today, he stomps through this house like a big bull. And he's just mad all day. And he doesn't get over it because he doesn't know really how to get over it. Because it just keeps going through his head over and over and over again. And yes, and he wants to go, especially now that he's not having any seizures. He is on me. Have you given me my seizure medicine, Mom? Have you given me my seizure pill, Mom? He knows the difference. So, yeah, and there's a lot of people in the world like that, Sonia, not just Tom. But he thinks we have to go every day, somewhere, somehow. And girls, if you don't care if I smoke in this video, I may turn this around so I'm not sitting on the edge. But I do not want to offend anybody. So that's the reason I'm sitting on the edge. He repeats himself. Oh my God, how he repeats himself. So when he gets started, if I don't take him somewhere, he will do this all day long. So I will probably take him to the dollar store and just go to the dollar store and have maybe take him out for a hamburger for lunch, and then he will be happy for a while. Yeah, he knows. He knows he's not having any more seizures. He doesn't care much for ice cream. Believe it or not. I could. Annabella, are you okay? She's stepped on something and hurt her foot. Okay, honey, you just come on back. He is so much better, but I'm telling you that this stage is the one that drives me crazy. This is the one where I have to get on to him about how he's acting and what he's doing and don't do it anymore and stop and bye squirrel. I'm glad you popped in. I have to get on to him and I don't want to get on to him. He's been so sick and I've been so scared. I don't want to get on to him. I want him to, be happy now, and he's that medicine's just raised him to that level of anger. And I know I can do it because they put me on my medicine. Oh gosh, when my kids were kids, I got so bad on that my kids could have played in the road and got run over, and I would not have cared. And I quit taking it because I had a dream about that, and I just turned around and walked away from them. Now, what kind of mother would even have a dream like that? Not this one. And so I had to go off of them, and I was better off of them than I was with them because that was horrible. And I think that that's kind of what this medicine has done, is put him up to that level. But he does take an antidepressant, so it could be reacting with his antidepressant in a different way. So I'm going to talk to the doctor about it. Yeah. Okay, honey. Don't need a scraggly looking squirrel, huh? Yes, they can be rough and they can change with other medications. And so I'm not sure that that's not what's causing it. And so sometimes, and this is not explaining myself, but you may hear me talk rough to him sometimes because he is always with me. He's always within inside of me. I have to have him inside of me, according to this doctor. And so you may hear me talk rough sometimes about, now that's enough. Because if I don't put the brakes on him, it does throw him into a seizure. So, there's those times when I have to say, no, that's gone far enough. Stop. And give him that little jolt. It's yes, and he may be 45, but he is still a child in his mind. And he is a child with brain damage. So he doesn't have the ability to know that he's going on and on and on and on and on until I just say, stop. I've heard enough. And I don't want to hear it again. And then when he starts to say it, he's got that in his head. That got to stop, now's the time to stop. And he may say it and huff and puff about it, but he does stop. I don't like to do it. I try to answer him, but after about the 100th time, you're kind of like, I'm done answering this. I'm just done answering this. I'm not going to do it no more. But anyway, he'll be right back out just as soon as he eats. He'll be right back out asking where we're going to go and what we're going to do. That's just him. And he's probably muttering about it in there right now. He just, he's just, yeah, Annabelle and her Gigi, yes. She went home now. She hurt her foot while she was out there, and she went in the house. I seen her come back out, so she probably got a Band-Aid, but anyway, it's been, she's hunting for Peyton. Peyton is probably in my house, and my computer. So if I'm buffering, that may be why. Because he'll sneak in and get on it, I'll guarantee you. But it's not been as bad. They got him a game system, and he's been playing it a lot. So glad you're back, Carla. Just you know, I wanted to come on. I really wanted to come on really bad to let y'all know why I left some of the groups, and I'm sure I will receive some fallout from it. And there's one I did leave deliberately. Oh, well, actually, there's more than that. There's 3 that I did leave deliberately. One, I'm a loyal friend, and 2, I will not be called ugly names by anybody. But I left them also because I was not participating. Yeah, I do have to explain, because this has nothing to do with the people on those in those groups, and I don't want to damage those groups in any way. I do not want to I don't want to damage them. Now, I'm not going to say any names or what groups or anything else, but I do not want to damage them. I want them to grow and go on and be what they are and enjoy.
We're out of milk, Mom.
Enjoy. Well,
Yeah.
put you some the Eggos in the
No, I never done the bowl of cereal, Mom.
Oh, you ate it all. You took all the milk.
Well, the jug is empty, Mom.
Okay. Well, we'll have to get milk today, won't we? So anyway, no drama. I was just explaining to the girls what we had talked about earlier, and what was on my Facebook page, because I did announce it on my Facebook page. You know, yeah, and I was not participating, and that was really bothering me. There were so many that I was not participating in, that I was not being an active member in, that I was not getting I wasn't doing any swaps. I wasn't doing anything to help promote the group or be a part of the group. I was in so many that I was not promoting them. And I want to promote the groups that I'm in. I want to promote the small channels. I want to promote people who are working really hard to be caring and giving and doing what they do. And that's one of the reasons why I thought about this group. I still have not implemented it, and I don't know when I will. I need to take some care with my sewing group before I do. But I don't want it to be about me. I don't want it to be about my channel. This will not be my group. If I say anything about it, I'm going to say, check out our group called, you know, whatever we name it. And I think inspirational art is good. Or inspired art. I like that better. Inspired art. And then it's everybody's group. I don't want it to have my name on it. I don't want to have it anybody's name on it. I want it to be a group for artists. You know, I don't want it to be anything actually connected to my channel or my Facebook page. If I set up a group, then yes, I have to have, my name is going to be on there as the administrator, and I know that. It has to be. But I want to pick out administrators to help it, to work with it. But I really want people just to post what inspires them. What inspired you, Spanky, to make the tassels? What inspired you to try the painting? What video did you watch that inspired you? And maybe post that. I think doing Facebook Live, I did one of the streams and I got a lot of feedback from people who do not do art. And I think we should promote that a little bit. Doing Facebook Lives. Even if it's just to show your product or to tell them what your group is about, do a Facebook Live, do a tutorial on something, and bring them in. I have had a few more subbies because since I've done that. Okay, see, and that's inspired art. Hello, Leather Apron. How are you? And you know, I just oh, okay. You know, Facebook Lives I watch them. I watch them a lot. And so I just thought when I did my last walkthrough on my journal that I would show the people on my Facebook page that doesn't have a clue what I'm doing on YouTube, what I do on YouTube, and what I am doing, what I am crafting, I can show them a picture of my book and they'll say, oh, that's pretty. Oh, that's pretty. But they don't see the whole picture. And so I did the walkthrough on Facebook Live and showed them the whole journal. And I got a lot of feedback on it, and I was pleased with that. And that's what we need, is the feedback, because that feeds us and that feeds our need to craft. So I'm really thinking we should do those more. Yes. I didn't see what all he said, girls. You had him nabbed. That's 2 trolls we've had today. But you had him nabbed before I could see it. Because like I said, I get 2 messages at a time and one of them is fading. So, you know, it's hard for me to see him. And that's why I have you, girls. That's why I have you. Yeah, I know. Sometimes you can't. You know, you're not always in a position to be able to see them. Have we had more like 3 or 4 trolls? Really? Well, crack that whip, girl. Just like she said, crack that whip. But it's Sunday morning, and that's the reason why they're out. They don't have anything better to do. I thought about calling this Sunday morning church. Sunday morning crafting church. Yeah, well, this is just like it. They're a matching pair. And I bought them at an auction, and I have a glider that actually goes with them that makes out into a bed. And I love that thing, but I didn't get it covered this. I didn't have the foam. My foam was dead in it, and I didn't have the foam. And so normally I keep all of the old, you know, I put foam on our beds. And when I'm done with them on the bed, I use them to stuff my outdoor furniture, because they don't have to be as padded as they do, you know, on a bed. And actually I can fold them and make them more padded. So that's what I use when I recover my chairs. And I usually use just whatever material I have. Yeah, if you turn it over, it's smooth. And so when it gets really, you know how they age on your bed, and they will age on your bed. And after a while, they get kind of flat in one spot or whatever. That's when I take them off. I buy a new one for the bed, and then I use the foam for the furniture outside. And I recover all of my furniture, and sometimes I even cover my old table. And I've got pictures of my porch, what we've done to it and stuff, and my house on my Facebook. And you know, of course I've got thousands of pictures on my Facebook. So girls, you know, it's kind of hard to find anything. It is kind of hard to find anything on my Facebook because now that since I started uploading from the phone, they don't go into oh, honey, I would love that Spanky. I would love that. You'll come right through here going towards Arizona, won't you? Kind of, sort of. I would love to see for you to come. Yeah. If you come right down well, of course, we went from here and went to Oklahoma and then through Texas and then into New Mexico and Arizona. That's the route we took. From Indiana, I don't know if you could bypass some of that or not, but that was the route we took from Missouri. And it would be, Elizabeth, it would be heaven to me too, honey. And my coffee pot is always on, and my coffee pot is always hot. And you're welcome to it. And honey, when you come in my house, and I mean this, I say kick off your shoes, make yourself at home. The coffee cups are up in the cabinet over the sink, and the coffee's made. And and I just, that's the way I am. Kick off your shoes, put your feet up. We live in our house. We drink coffee in the living room. We eat in the living room sometimes. We live in our house, in my house. It's never completely clean. It is just what it is, You feel better now that you ate a little bit?
Well, we're out of milk already, though.
I know, that's one thing we need to go do. There you go. You're wanting to make a list. We need to go get milk. We need to go to the dollar store, and we'll probably go out for lunch.
Go out for lunch, Mom?
So that ought to make you happy. But right now, what would make me happy is for you to take Peyton's bike back over to the trailer. It is. It's a home. It's a home. It's got lots of problems. It's got lots of damage that needs to be fixed. I've got a spot in the bathroom that leaks.
Take Peyton's bike
That
back
it is
over to
home.
the trailer, Mom.
And when people come to my house, I don't want them just to come to my house. I want them to come to my home.
Mom, take Peyton's bike back
So,
over to the trailer.
that's just the way I am. And that's the way my mother always was, too. She didn't... sometimes we cleaned to impress.
Mom, I
There
take
were
Peyton's
certain
bike back
people
over to
that
the
we
trailer.
would really clean for. But after they got there, it was the same way. Make yourself at home. Sometimes the house had to be cleaned up before we had company. But after they got there, it was, hey, they're here. Make yourself at home. And, yeah. Well, if you have to go to Springfield, honey, I'm not that far off the road. Of course, you probably go down 66, don't you? Route 66 to 97. Or 97 to 66. Yeah, and Route 66, if you go down through there, I'm not far from that either. Yeah, there you go. Well, I would love to, even if we just met up at a restaurant or something. But you're welcome to come and, yeah, that would be great. I started to say, bring Pixie Lou with you. Come stay all night if you want to. I've got a bedroom upstairs we can get cleaned out for you. And I mean, I'd have to get cleaned out for you, but it's a pretty good bed. And I might even cook. Woo! Yeah, Yeah, that's what I was thinking, that you'd probably take I-44 straight through. Yeah, and might even cook. Yeah. Well, honey, I don't cook much, but I might cook for Spanky and Squirrel. I might make some chicken and dumplings. I'm telling you, I'm craving them. 44 to 63 to 60 to Mary. Yeah, that's pretty much right. Now, for you, Judy, yeah, that would be right. That would be right, yeah. Because you're coming from Kabul. So, yeah. But yeah, just would tickle me to death. I'm in Missouri. I'm in Missouri. And I do like to make chicken and dumplings. Now, I make my dumplings. I know somebody that people like kind of like sometimes to stir them down and they're kind of doughy. I don't do that. I make the dumplings and they're full of air. And when I put my dumplings in the pan, it doesn't get stirred until the dumplings are cooked. Sometimes I have to stir them down just a little bit to get enough in that.
Mama, what are you cooking over there?
That. You've not had chicken and dumplings? Oh my goodness, honey. There is nothing like chicken and dumplings. You boil your chicken and you peel take all the bones out of it. Throw it back in the pot and you put some milk and some butter and some salt and pepper and thickening, and then before you thicken it, you make dumplings.
Nope.
And they're like they're kind of like a biscuit. You can use actually canned biscuits in dumplings, but I make my own. And you drop them by the teaspoons in that boiling milk and gravy that's cooking in there. And you just let them cook until they're fluffy. And just, oh, yeah, it's heavenly. It's heavenly. And I get to craving them. Of course, I was raised on that kind of thing. Beans and chicken and dumpling and anything that would stretch. Made chili a lot at my house, and goulash and things like that. But all right, you just come on, honey. That thrills me to death. Just let me know when you're going to be here. And it's hard to find the whole chickens now, and you really need a whole chicken to make good dumplings. And you need the skin on it, and you need the fat in it, because that's what gives the flavor to your broth. September, all right, honey. Yeah. I don't make my Alfredo from scratch, but I should, because it's so simple. I raised chickens for a long time, Sonia, and I absolutely loved them. And the eggs, oh my gosh, there's nothing like a fresh egg. When we get our eggs, they are so old, girls. They are so old. Good morning, Brandy. A fresh egg you can leave out on the couch. Go back. And when we get our eggs, they have been stored in just a warehouse a lot of times, and we don't know how old they are. And so it's really, when they run in that skillet, when that white runs in the skillet, that's an old egg. A fresh egg will just sit there and just be tall and just, it's just amazing. They look like an egg ought to look. They don't run all over the skillet. They sit in one place. Yeah, well, scones have got a little bit of sweetness to them, and biscuits do not. Uh, and I know you have biscuits and tea and stuff, but they are, they're more of a cookie type thing, aren't they? Don't they have a little sweetness to them? Yes, they make the perfect sunny side up. They sure do. And yeah, there's nothing like fresh egg, and I miss my chickens bad. I miss them bad. Because I miss that kind of food. I miss having the garden, being able to go out and picking some vegetables and bringing them in the house and cooking and, and just making a fresh salad out of the garden or getting a good ripe tomato and doing with it. And yes, they're savory. Yeah. Well, we have cheese biscuits. We do. I mean, that's something that we do is we usually use pepper jack cheese in them, though they're a little bit hot. I had a car. That's only the third car I've seen this morning. I'm surprised I had one. Okay, well, see, our biscuits are soft and fluffy, and you put butter and jelly on them, or butter and apple butter, and they just melt in your mouth. Goodness. And I'm sure yours are good too, but they melt in your mouth. It's like eating a fresh yeast roll. Joy, I'm sorry if I missed you, honey. Good morning. Good morning. It's good to see you. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I don't want them on here. So that is fine. Can you see my leopard print? Is that what you were saying? I do have on leopard print breeches. with my roaring kitty. So yeah, we'll have to get together and maybe Judy can run over. That'd be great. There's a lot of crafters around here, I'm finding out. And I haven't heard from Marlena, and I am so worried about her. She gave me all those crafting supplies, and I have not heard a thing. Honey, I've got a bed upstairs you can sleep in. Don't you worry about a tent. Unless you want to sleep outside, but it's a little cool in September here sometimes. But I've got a big enough yard for you to do it. You could just pick a spot. Yes. Yeah, it would be nice camping weather. It'd be cool at night and you could snuggle. Yeah, it might be a little hard on you too. Because it is damp. It's usually damp in September. Not always, but usually. Well, if they've got a good tent, they won't get any bugs in it because it'll have netting on it. But yeah, we've pitched tents in the yard before, and they tend to feel damp, and that would probably not be good on you. But it's just me and Tom here in the house, so if you guys wanted to stay in, that would be fine. Not have a pitched tent, and I could go upstairs and y'all could have the bed down. I don't care. Well, they could have a long time upstairs and nobody up there. Ain't nobody up there. They'd be up there alone. And rather than clear out the room, I have one of those great big queen size blow up beds that nobody ever uses, and it's comfortable. It sleeps good. It blows up, and you can just make it up just like a bed. And well, by the time, I'll tell you what, if you're coming from Indiana, by the time you got here, you probably wouldn't want to anyway, because your butt's going to be tired. Your butt's going to be tired. It's not that far from Mary. I would love to have, I'm still saying, I would love to have next summer, if we can get it done, if we can next spring, if we can get it organized, I would love to have a crafting retreat. I would love to have one. Yeah. That's a long drive. And I have got 48 acres that vehicles could be parked in. I have got 48 acres that you could pitch tents in. I have got a big old house where we could craft. I've got a big old yard that we could set up tables and work outside. Well, I'm not saying I'm going to do it by myself. If you come to the retreat, you may have to help. Because I am disabled. But I think it would be a blast. I think it would just be a blast. And food would be the one thing that would be costly. All the rest of the stuff, I've got big tables. I've got, I've got that kind. I've got 2 refrigerators that we could store food in. But food would be the one thing, and there would have to be everybody pitch in on the food and do that kind of thing. But it would just be so much fun, and look what we could learn from each other. I just think it would just be amazing. And I flew for my first time when I went to Connecticut, and I just went to sleep. I slept through every flight, and I had to change planes, and I slept. I'd get on another plane and go to sleep. And well, that's good. I have one too. And we could barbecue a lot. We could put food on. And if you barbecue a big bunch of food, if you make a big bunch of food, it lasts for a long time. You could eat out of it 2 or 3 days if you make it right. Yeah, I do too, Spanky. I do too, unless I'm driving. And then I'm fine. And but I would love to do that, and I have said that from the time we started. Like I said, I've got a great big front yard, and I've got plenty of places to park. You could bring your RVs. You could bring whatever you wanted. We might have to figure out how to hook up the electricity to them, but we could sure do it. I've done it before. And yeah. Baked beans, make a big old pan full of baked beans, and have coleslaw and that kind of thing. And you've just got, honey, the nearest one is in Springfield. The cheapest one is in Branson, because Southwest Airlines runs there, and they have the cheapest flights. Southwest Airlines has a wonderful flight. It's about 30 minutes from me. And I could sure be there to pick you up, baby. I sure could. I would love that. That would just thrill me to death. And it would, yeah, it's, there, if you take a cheap flight, you have a layover sometimes. But what I did, Elizabeth, what I did, and I'm going to tell you, you tell them you can't walk the airports. So if you can get a cheaper flight, and I did this going to Connecticut. I knew I would not be able to walk the length of the airports. So I put down that I needed a wheelchair. There was a wheelchair waiting for me at every stop. They took me where I needed to go, and they did forgive me one time, and they brought a cart up and rushed me across that airport, which was in Chicago, from one end of it to the other, and I made my plane. And I tell you what, I thought he's going to run over half people in there. But ask for a wheelchair. That way you're not having to walk. You don't have to worry about where your flight is, where your next boarding spot is, because they take you right to it. They take you right to it. Yes. Yes. And they will just take you to your destination points where your flight is going to go out of, and they board you first. They put you on the plane in your seat first. So it's awesome. And then, like I said, instead of letting that flight worry me, I just closed my eyes and took a nap on every one of them. I just didn't let it worry me at all. I just put my head back. So I didn't lean back. I just put my head back and went to sleep. Yeah. Well, now, you see, and it depends on what airline I guess you're doing it on. But in the ones I took, they put the disabled people on first and put them in their assigned seats. And then everybody else had, come on. So I guess it depends on what airline you're in. But I was the last one off. I was the last ones off and the first one's on. So, but it was, the thing of it is that they get you there. And I didn't have to worry about losing air trying to get to it because I have asthma. And then my feet and legs would not have carried me that far. They have them, that's what they have them for. And they will do it. They accommodate you well with it. And, I never thought about doing it, and I just seen that, and I thought, because I was really afraid about Chicago Airport, because it's huge. And I was really afraid about it. And I thought, okay, there's no way I could walk it. I'm gonna put down that I need a wheelchair. And the thing of it is, it done it on every flight. Every flight. And we went from Chicago to go to Connecticut. I went from Springfield to Chicago to Washington, D.C., and then back to Connecticut. So I had four different planes. And the only one that worried me was the one from Washington, D.C. to Connecticut, because they put me on a small plane, and it was rough riding. It was rough riding. But, I just kept thinking, there's more fatalities on the ground than there are in the air. There's more fatalities on the ground than there are in the air. And that's what I kept telling myself. And then I had a frequent flyer that sat by me, and we struck up a conversation. Of course, I can talk to anybody. I do. I can talk to anybody. And so I just took up a conversation with her about what she did and stuff, and we talked through it. And so it's not that hard to fly. It's not that hard to get here. And then once you get here, I would make you at welcome. And I would have a place for you if you didn't have anyway. I might have to set you a bed up in in the living room or the dining room or in a room up. If you have trouble getting upstairs, I can set you one up wherever. You can have my bedroom and I'd sleep in the living room. I don't care. I don't care because my Tom sleeps in the living room. So I could set bed up in there. I've got a recliner that people can set in if they need it. And if we need it, we can get a couple extra recliners for a short while that people can sleep in. I know a lot of people don't sleep well in the bed and have to have recliners. I can borrow recliners all day long for a week or so. I can get one for my son. I can get one from, he's got furniture downstairs and he's got furniture upstairs. I'm sure he wouldn't miss one for a week. And be well protected by Sheriff Tom. But also, it's fixing to rain. I am so centrally located here. I'm 5 miles from any town. I'm 7 miles from the biggest town. I am 5 miles from 2 small towns, and I'm 10 miles from the sheriff department. I'm only a mile from the fire department. So, the wind is picking up. And girls, I think I'm going to go off here. I've been on 3 hours, but it is fixing to rain, and I don't want to get my camera wet. So, you could do that, Carla, but you'd be more than welcome here too. We could make room. I've got a big house. We'll make room. So, okay, girls, it's coming in. I'm going to get off of here and get in the house where it's not going to pour down rain on my camera system, and I don't want my phone to get wet. The rest of it I wouldn't care about, but I've been wet before. But whoa! But it is coming in. I'm going to say goodbye now. Can you see the wind blowing? I'll turn it around and let you see the sky. You see how cloudy it's gotten? It is coming in on us. Okay. Love you. You guys have a good day. I'm so glad you come and joined me. And we'll talk to you again, okay? Bye, girls. Love you too.